yourself? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Me and myself.
But start it off still. Alrighty, so welcome back. It's the GameTime Gazette. It's your host Isaiah Nenny. I'm welcomed by my guest today. Welcome yourself. Introduce yourself now.
My name is Kai. I'm a student here at BRAC. I just love basketball, so came on the pod.
Yeah, facts. As we're trying to just expand the pod and everything, today, unfortunately, just because of the time and everything, not on the pod today, but he will be back on tomorrow. But today we got Kai. Kai, tell me a little about yourself. Tell the audience about yourself. Obviously, I know you. Know where you've been from, what you're about, your ball journey. Just a little bit about that. Tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, I love basketball. Been playing basketball for a minute. I think I started around middle school. Just fell in love with the game off rip. We all grow up playing some sort of sport, but I felt like I just took it a little bit more seriously than some other kids. I got the opportunity to go to a prep school in Toronto called Metro Prep. I got to play a little bit of basketball there. Learned a lot from that school. The goal was to play university basketball. That didn't work out, but I'm still doing my thing, still playing ball here and there.
Yeah, facts. And with like your ball journey and that, obviously you have a lot of ball knowledge. What made you fall in love with ball? That's a question I like asking, man. It's like, because I love sports, and it's just a thing where even from when I was young, the first thing I laid my eyes on sports and laid my eyes on soccer. That's the first sport I laid my eyes on. I just love the formation of the game. How 22 man people on one field trying to have one common goal to win. I just love the whole competitiveness. What made you fall in love with ball?
I think it was the speed of the game, honestly. Like you said as well, I started off with soccer, to be honest, right? Because my dad played soccer semi-pro in England. But to be honest, I just felt that the sport was a little bit too slow, just scoring 1-2 points a game. I'm like, I can't do this, right? I love the fast pace of basketball. I love how differently everybody can play. It's more spread out for more people, right? You can see any type of man on the court playing and getting buckets, honestly, right? So it was just that part of the game that kind of drew me into it. Obviously, like many other kids at the time, what inspired me, my idol was Kyrie Irving, right?
Okay, word.
Just seeing him on the court, doing some craziness,
Yeah, he's my dad.
Yeah, he's just different, right? So, me just picking up a basketball, trying to do those spin moves, those tweens, I was like, yo, this sport, it's me and the ball,
Yeah, that facts. I hear that, cause that's the same thing for me. It wasn't Kyrie, cause when it was for me for basketball, falling in love with ball. I came to Canada. That was 2009, 10, maybe 2008. I don't even remember, right? But 2010, 2011, Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, Raptors team, and it wasn't they weren't winning. Obviously, they didn't even make it out the first round that year too, right? But they lost to the Nets. Remember that one where Kyle Lowry got blocked by Paul Pierce in the last second, and it's it was just the grittiness stuff, that underdog story. I always loved the underdog, and I always backed the underdog. Even when I first started watching football, I picked up on the Philadelphia Eagles, the worst team in the league that year, and it was 2016.
You just seeing the emotion, right?
Yeah, just the grittiness of the team, and the love of how much they want to win, what they see the sport on, and that's why I even love the Raptors. Even though we haven't won in a while, that win in 2019 felt
put us on the map for real,
brother. It felt because the city, for so many years, we'd win so many games, so many regular season games, be underrated, and then have that ultimate, it felt like a movie.
It felt like a movie. Even at the time, I remember, can't remember who quoted it, but they're it's not just Canada that's voting for the Raptors this year. It's the whole world, right? Because we're the only team that's outside of America that actually plays in the NBA.
Yeah.
So we had the whole world behind us that year. It really felt like a movie.
Yeah, nah, facts, and that's me for my love of sports. Yeah, like the whole sports thing of it all. It feels like you're watching a film. Like, you know, even if it's a bad one or a good one, it's like cinematic. Like it's cinema to me. Still,
exactly. Yeah.
You know, like the pinnacle. But what games you been watching? Like,
hey
what
man,
you been watching?
I just been following the Lakers obviously this year because LeBron's doing everything. You're like, that man is crazy.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. We could talk a little bit about the GOAT right now because the GOAT debate, like. Let's go into that because for me, my GOAT's Jordan. Like, just on like fam, like we're talking. All right, let me give you my argument first before you get your rebuttal because like I hear LeBron's a mod guy. I want to give respect to LeBron before I say anything else because like 40,000 points, 21 career year.
Yeah,
he did get in at 18 though. I'm not gonna lie, he did get in at right after high school.
Rightfully so, right?
I mean, rightfully so, yeah. But if you give that opportunity to a few other guys right now, they're not gonna get to 40K. Alright, but hold on. Let's talk about Jordan first though. Alright, Jordan played with the Bulls like just on playing years. Cause the Wizard years I don't count that because he was trying to be an owner, this and that.
Yeah.
But the playing years with the Bulls, he played 12 years with the Bulls or 11 years or something. He won 6 championships.
Yeah.
Pinnacle of greatness. Like Jordan's the guy that like you open up 2K, you're trying to make a my career, and you're building a Michael Jordan. You're trying to build the guy that always wins in the finals, the guy that's getting 30. He was getting 30, averaging 35 before anybody was. Like nowadays, Luka's averaging 30, Shea's averaging 30. Imagine if Jordan was in the league this year. You know what I'm saying? Averaging like 40, 50 because he's that good. Like we're talking about just efficient basketball players as well. Like the mid-range shot, like that one shot that will never ever, like as much as they don't want to shoot it nowadays, that's that one shot. Like fam, if you could dominate it, you're one of the best players in the league. That's why we're seeing KD still be one of the best players in the league at his age. LeBron still, he goes on the inside, but his mini game is strong. LeBron's mini game is strong. You know what I'm saying? Like DeMar DeRozan, he's still in his like later stages of his career, and he's still averaging 25, this and that because of the mini. And if you put a guy with Jordan with his like polished game as well, like on his prime, give him a team, like give him a LeBron team. You're not telling me Jordan with the Lakers isn't winning the chip.
Jordan with the Lakers is
Jordan
crazy.
With the Lakers isn't winning
so
the chip.
personally, my perspective is that Jordan had a super team at the time, right? Hey, if you switch out LeBron for Jordan on that 96, 97 team,
they're losing.
Stop.
They're losing. Man's talking about the 2013 or we're talking about when he moved to Miami Heat. Like not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Man's only got 3. Man's only got 3. Or not even 3. They got 2.
Let me break it down. What's the 3 best teams in NBA history?
That Jordan team. Bulls,
That Jordan team, right? The Tim Duncan Spurs.
I think that Tim Duncan Spurs is second best team in history.
No, I'm not saying
one of the best.
One of the best.
They're one of the best.
They had down there 4 All-Stars at the time.
That's true. Hall of Famers.
Right? And then the Golden State Warriors, that 2016 era, right?
Okay. 2016. I don't know about 2016. I would say 2017 though.
Okay,
sure,
like that time period, right? Like 2016 to what? 2018.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Let me break it down for you. Jordan was on the 96 team, right? LeBron had to face the other 2 greatest teams.
Fam, the thing I'm saying is though, like, we're talking about, like, Jordan made himself higher than his contemporaries, bro. Like, we're talking about nobody, Patrick Ewing never got a ring. Charles Barkley never got a ring. All these different guys, even Shaq had to go to the Lakers, wait out for Jordan had to retire. Jordan had to retire for Hakeem to get a ring. You know what I'm saying? Like those 2 years that Jordan was retired, Hakeem had to went back to back because Jordan was gone, and it was opened up for him. Claude Drexler never got a ring. But looking at LeBron, Steph got their rings, 3-1 against Bron. KD got the rings. But we're talking about KD swept LeBron in the finals.
Here's the thing, because those are super teams. If you put the Golden State Warriors back in the time where 96. Jordan's not getting those rings, I promise you. He might get a little 3, maybe even 2, you know?
Fam, the one
But
thing
he's not having 6.
the one thing I see about Brando is that like he's not a serial winner. Like even like Kobe getting 5, and we're looking at Kobe getting 5, and he has like what the most missed shots in NBA history, something like that, where it's like he missed so many shots, so many turnovers, and he just had that winning. Like yo, when it came to crunch time, Kobe's gonna win, Jordan's gonna win, Bron gonna win. Has Bron done
gonna
it?
do his best, right? At the end of the day, basketball is a team sport.
But
I can drop 47 on 50% shooting. If my nigga is 2 for 17, we're losing. Like, you know what I mean?
That's true stuff.
We're
That's
losing.
true. But that's the thing about Brown, though. You have to fill him around with guys that aren't ball dominant, and you're depending on them to have those like stay hot moments where they catch and shoot, because Brown's gonna have the ball 95 iron and then stay hot. But that's him. Like that's his game. So you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. For Brown, like I do gotta give him props though, because it's something that you can't argue about with this. Like all right, the longevity. Like even if you want to say he came in at 18, guy was never injured, bro. Never injured. It's like something like yo, thought he did magic on himself or some shit. You know? It's like live, he was never injured. Like no, has he had like
I remember like 2 years ago, he had that really bad ankle sprain. Imagine like that's the first time in his career
where he missed like 10 games.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And even at the time, like you go on Instagram and around those games where it's like, oh, he's gonna come back from 1 or 2. Now they're saying he's in the chamber, you know, because he never had this much of a break. Like that's crazy for real.
That's true. Yeah, you know, because I mean, it's something that like we're never probably gonna see it again. Like even if we do, it's not gonna be the same type of 21 years averaging 20. What's he averaging this year? Like
I think he's averaged like 27 for every year of his carear.
Like even slapping the what did he put up yesterday against the
OKC?
Not bad. 19, was it 19, 11 rebounds?
Hey yo, this game, shout out to D-Lo. That boy was going crazy.
Hey, was he? I wasn't even watching the game, man.
Hey man, he hit like 3 back-to-back tough threes. Like threes where it should be a flagrant foul on him. No call, still bucket. Shout out to that man.
So you think it was a good decision keeping him in? Because that whole trade deadline thing, his name was like the loudest, especially for like the Lakers team. His name was the loudest about getting traded. So
no, for sure. At the end of the day, what's called basketball comes down to confidence, right? I believe before the trade deadline, he just didn't have that confidence, you know? He's coming out shooting crazy low percentages, you know? He saw his name was on the trade block, he locked in.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Yeah, no, even beating the Thunder, they're on a 2-game losing streak right now. The Lakers trying to make their rise to the top right now, getting back on there. You think the Lakers are gonna do something this year? I don't know about the Lakers, bro. Like looking at the Lakers, this might be like a preview of the first round.
It might be still because we're their 10th.
Yeah, let's look at the season. Let me see this right now. This might be a preview of the first round. Yeah, because Lakers are like 9th seed. That one put them up to 9th, or tied for at that 8th seed, just a game back, or half a game back from the Mavericks, right? So. Yeah, I mean, the play-in, you don't know how that's going to work out. Probably going to get, if they do get in the play-in, probably going to get that 7. Don't see LeBron losing a play-in game.
Yeah, I know you're a LeBron hater, but shit, you can't count him out in the playoffs.
Nah, that's true. That's true. Especially with like a Mavericks team or a Golden State team, like, you know, fragile teams. Yeah, I see them like winning that play-in game or boom, move on. And then that Thunder matchup, like, because we were talking about it, me and I were talking about it a few days ago. Like that young aspect of the Thunder, everyone's under 24. And you know, that's why they're talking about, all right, give Shea the MVP because of what they're doing is so phenomenal and he's leading the way. But like, do you actually think that's going to carry over in the playoffs? Like,
so my thing, the playoffs is a different type of game, right? It's more strategic. I feel like the greatest asset you can have in the playoffs is experience, right? That's how we see even LeBron dominate throughout the playoffs, maybe get to the semifinals or finals, and then that's when he drops off. The OKC Thunder, I don't think they have much experience, right?
They have none still. Zero.
We might see an upset. Like, I don't want to shade my guy, you know, I want to go against him, but we might see an upset on that one for real.
I mean, looking at like the 1-2, it's like those are the, like, I don't think it's ever been like this before where they're the 1 and 2 seed and then we're talking about them like getting bounced in the first round.
Yeah,
You know, because Steph and LeBron are there. But like that other argument, like you hear Charles Barkley, you hear Shaq talking about it, and like, or not Shaq, maybe Charles has been like the loudest one talking about like the Steph and Lakers and Golden State, and I mean Steph and Lakers and LeBron. Steph and Golden State and LeBron and the Lakers are like done. Like their time is passing because you're looking at all these young bucks, you know, and it's like I think that's the biggest question coming into the playoffs. Like, yeah, because this might be like, yeah, you never know how long LeBron's gonna go for, but like, when are the young bucks gonna step up and, you know, take the lead type? It's these years. It's one of these years that they're gonna
Why do we see the come up like a couple years ago? We were talking about LeBron, Steph Curry, KD. Those are the pinnacles of the NBA at the time.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about Luka, talking about Shea, we're talking about Tatum.
Yeah.
Like those are the new guys, you know. Like I give it 2-3 years, like NBA's gonna have a new face. Like even Giannis, like he's still a young guy, you know.
Yeah.
Like
what is Giannis, like 25, something like that, 26?
I think he's like 26, 27. Yeah,
26, 27. Yeah, it's still super young.
Exactly.
And especially like looking at all the way that like even Steph, KD, they're moving like 30, like late 30s. Definitely with all the medicine, definitely gonna be able to play until his late 30s. Barring like any injury or whatever like that. And even like that whole Jayson Tatum, because you brought him up, that whole discussion with the Boston Celtics, like looking at them, like how much games have they lost right now? Like, do you think Jayson Tatum could be the face of the league? What, 46-12 or what is that? Not 48-12 right now.
48-12.
12 games lost. That's my pick of. We're talking about upset, bro. They already clinched the playoffs. When? No way.
They're already locked in, man.
They're already locked into the playoffs. It makes sense. I mean, they have 46 wins, only 12 losses. How many games are left? They already clinched it. First team, right? That's the first team to clinch the playoffs. So wow.
My only thing with Jayson Tatum is he's surrounded by a really good team. You know, he's always been surrounded by a really good team.
Found from first year.
Yeah, he never had to do that kind of grit and grind as other guys like Ja. You know, he came into the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Your ass, right?
Yeah.
Pistons, Cade Cunningham, he's feeling it right now. That grit and grind that you really need in your later years, that you get the experience with your first couple years in the NBA. Jayson Tatum never had that. That's why we see him playoffs, like finals, kind of going on a slump, you know? Like having 12 games. You're the star player of your number one seed, right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be dropping 12 points, 13 points.
Yeah, nah, that's true. He doesn't, like, I feel like he doesn't have that killer instinct, especially because we've seen him in the playoffs and we've seen him in the conference finals, we've seen him in the finals, and especially in that finals against the Golden State Warriors where they're up 2-1, and then Steph is coming and saying, you're not going to win a game, enjoy your last loss, and you're not taking that personally as the Celtics, you know, and actually let Steph win the whole series. And
you know,
see, like, you know, like, they were playing trash towards the end. Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, they weren't playing, you know, up to their level, and now they got this other really good team again. For me, that's what I was saying, like, a few days ago, too. Like, I don't see the Celtics, like, for me, I don't see the Celtics as, they're these big, the big bad Wolves. You know, even though they beat the Warriors, they beat the Warriors by a lot. Like, that game I was watching that one, like, 20-point lead in the first quarter, when they went by, like, 52. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's easy to pull forward when there's nothing on the line.
You know what I'm saying? They have, like, 3 50-point wins this year, but then when it gets to the playoffs, are they going to give me a 50-point performance?
Exactly.
You know, like, are they gonna lock in like that? Like, I don't see it. Especially if you get the Knicks, you get you know, Julius Randle, OG Anunoby back. That was my dark horse, because when they had those two guys for like the 15 games or whatever they were playing on, like together or as a trio with Jalen Brunson. One of the best teams in the league, one of the best teams in the East. And you know, like I see like that team. I don't trust the Sixers at all because of like what they've been doing with like. Without Embiid, like they just have no dog in them. But you know, like the Knicks, the Heat always like a next type of you know, dogs that you can't count them out.
100%.
But I don't have that trust in the Celtics.
Nah, I need Jayson Tatum to realize that he's 6'10", right? I don't want to see you shooting fucking 6'3" in the game, right?
Nah, real talk.
Dunk on somebody.
Go on the inside. Real talk.
Yeah.
He doesn't. And even talking about the MVP race and all that, like I feel like that's even like a kind of a stain on him. Like he's coming out saying that, like, yeah, he is on the best team in the league, like currently, and like he should get a little bit more love for like what the things the Celtics are doing and what he's doing. But like, yeah, it's like, you know, looking at Luka, looking at Shea, all these guys that actually brought their team up and elevating them even much more because they're doing even much more than much better than they can. Like we know Jayson Tatum, he's low-key been at this same level, like for these last 5 years, like he hasn't moved up. Like he needs to take that next step up, especially if we're talking about being a face of the NBA.
Exactly. What standing is the Mavericks right now?
Let's see the West. They're looking at 8th right now.
8 right now.
Yeah.
You take Luka off that team, 10-11. You take Shai off that OKC. I don't know where they're at, right?
Bottom 3, bro.
You take Jayson Tatum off the Celtics. I don't see them dropping that much,
No top. I mean, they're 9 games up in the East right now, or what is it right now, right? Yeah, 8 games, I guess, right? 8 games up in the East, but that's such a big margin. And you're talking Jayson Tatum will probably drop 2-3 games, but they'll still be first. I see it because Jaylen Brown, you got Kristaps been playing great this year.
Nice, yeah.
Been playing great.
They got Drew Holiday.
Been playing amazing. Man, forget that Drew Holiday is like an all-star level player.
Now.
Just because he's never got that all-star level nod, he's an all-star level player. I see that too. Because that whole thing about Jayson Tatum never having that grit and grind, I feel like that for his whole career will always go against him. The Celtics are never shit. Like he always has to do, you gotta do much more. These guys are averaging 30 points. What's he averaging, like 28 or something?
Yeah, I don't even think he's...
like Shai's averaging 31, Luka's averaging 33. Like you gotta push that, a little bit more if you're Jayson Tatum too. I hear that. Yo, you watch F1? You watch any racing?
I don't watch F1. I know a couple of things about it, like Hamilton just moved from Mercedes to Ferrari.
Well, he didn't just move. It's weird, bro. It's happening next year. But like, it's because his contract, it's like, I guess, like in the NFL, NBA, you don't see it where it's like, oh, he's gonna already made his decision. His contract is up. But in F1, I guess that's how they move down there, where they make their decisions a year early. His contract is up this year though. The Mercedes is a slow car. And that, like in F1, I don't blame you for not being on it, because it's not like we were talking about it yesterday, where it's like it's not exciting, where it's not exciting no more. Like back in the day where you had actual racing, but like now, like alright, the last race that happened, Max Verstappen is up 30 seconds at one point. Like 30 seconds is a lot, bro. In a race, it's 5 seconds is a lot, bro. 30 seconds, he's already done one lap. Like it takes 30 seconds for them to do a lap, or it takes for like a minute for them to do a lap. So he's like half a track up for them, and it's like it's not competitive. And looking at the rest of the field too, that's why Hamilton moved to Ferrari, because of like trying to get a more competitive car. And then you think of Ferrari and you think of like luxury, you think of like pinnacle of racing, you think of cars, fam.
You do,
And Ferrari has not won in that sport in 17 years, fam.
So who's like the leader? Like who's like really killing it?
So like for the last 15 or so, for the last 10 years, it's been Mercedes. Well, for the last, let me not say last 10 years, because for the last 4 years or 3 years, it's been Red Bull. Like it's been Red Bull and Max Verstappen. That guy's has been dominating. Like he's winning the whole thing before, like like with 5-6 races left, because like last year he won 23 out of 24 races. I don't think I've ever seen that before. 95% win rate for the whole
that's
team.
Crazy.
95. The only one race they didn't win, it was like, I think it was Miami, and Ferrari maybe won it or something. But fam, it's like they only lost one race, like one race. It's like domination, like it's domination, and that's so common in the sport. Because you look 10 years ago or a few years back, and then it was Mercedes, and then before that, making their way, McLaren used to be a little good as well, doing their thing. When Lewis was coming up, but. Ferrari, that's like looking at, Mercedes, looking at Lewis Hamilton, trying to get back to that top, trying to get back to that pinnacle. Because they're the top. Like, you think of Ferrari, you think of excellence, man. You think of winning, fam. 17, it's like, they're the Dallas Cowboys of the F1 stuff. Like, their time, they had Michael Schumacher, and like, they had like a dominant run. Like, Michael Schumacher at the time, before Lewis tied him, he was the only one to win 7 drivers' titles or whatever, and like, he was the best ever, this and that. And then they had Sebastian Vettel, and then right after Sebastian Vettel left, everything just done for them. Still, they haven't won from that. Still, you watch any soccer?
A little soccer. Not too much though. Like, not too much at all, bro. Just been following like the big names, Mbappe, Messi.
What do you think about Mbappe going to Real Madrid? Or because this is, fam, to be honest, the story. Let me tell you the story of Mbappe. You know the story of Mbappe?
I know.
Fam, it's been like, this is 4-5 years maybe. In like, bro, Mbappe says he's gonna go to Real Madrid. The summer comes. There was 1 year that it was like so strong. Mbappe, I think this was 2 years ago. Maybe 2-3 years ago. Mbappe said he was gonna go to Real Madrid, right? It was. He said it was done, sealed, delivered, this and that. He was about to go there. The president of France calls him up and he's like talking about, Mbappe, giving him all this, like, you know, all these incentives to stay.
Oh, wow.
You know, the president of the team, bro. This guy got $1 billion contract from the team to stay.
I heard about that, yeah.
Fam. And now he's talking about leaving. So like with Mbappe, fam, like it's probably gonna happen. Like, I don't know, but like it's all with, like, I'm not gonna lie, like he might stay in PSG too still. Because this has been like a few years happening, and like I'm not even like sold on like, oh, he's done with PSG or he's even going to Real Madrid, because they like, even the way their team is even formed, have already Vinny there, have Rodrigo, and Mbappe's a left winger as well, and that's even the reason why it's always thought he always changes his mind, because where are they gonna play him? You know, he's not gonna play as a striker because he doesn't like that. He likes to play as a 9. You know, and it's like Vinny's already there 9, and you got Bellingham already up there. So, you know, that's interesting to me. And I hate Real Madrid too. I hate Real Madrid. I'm a Barca guy too, so, you know, so that whole thing.
How old is Mbappe?
That guy's a young guy.
He's a youngin', eh?
Yeah, young, bro. 24 years old.
So in your opinion, do you see him like surpassing any of these big names like Messi?
Yo, you know the hard thing about even Messi, even Ronaldo, fam. The hard thing about that, fam, Anzi talking about longevity of LeBron, fam. Jeez Louise, fam. Messi and Ronaldo, fam. Jeez Louise, fam. These guys would have battles for years and years and years and years, fam.
I remember those two. I remember people in my like elementary school talking about those two. You know?
I remember the debates I used to have Messi, Ronaldo. Fam, when I was a youngin', fam, grade 3, grade 4, I'm talking Messi, Ronaldo, fam.
Trust me.
I'm 23 years or 22, gonna turn 23 this year, and I'm still talking Messi, Ronaldo. Like the longevity,
they're still doing it at a high level,
brother. It's crazy. Like he just won the World Cup 2 years ago. You know, like it's crazy still.
It's insane.
Or last year or whatever. Like it's actually crazy still. Like so, like from Mbappe, like he has to do like it's a lot, bro. Like it's not even like on a. He has to do a lot. Like he already won a World Cup. Like that's the thing that like he has for him. Like he already won the World Cup. That's the thing Ronaldo never did. To Messi the longest time ever to do it. France was so good that he already has the World Cup. Now he just needs the individual accolades. You know, he needs the Ballon d'Ors. He needs the Champions Leagues, because Messi and Ronaldo, that guy, that's the thing that keeps him in the conversation too. Because it's realistically for me, there's no conversation. Messi's the best ever, but the only thing that keeps Ronaldo in the conversation, that has 5 Champions League titles, fam. And there's one time where they won 3 straight, fam. And 3 straight, and like to three-peat Champions League is crazy. Like the whole, like it's such a fluke league. Like there's so much luck involved in the Champions League. Like even looking today, like Lazio against Bayern, fam. Lazio won the last leg, 1-0 against Bayern, and Bayern is like, alright, they're playing trash, this and that, but fam, Lazio like just getting a little bit of luck, able to get a penalty, able to go up 1-0. Maybe they get through Bayern, and then Bayern starts playing well again. And maybe they don't get through again today because maybe they get unlucky. You know, there's so much luck. Last year or 2 years ago when Real Madrid won, that unprecedented one, I don't know if you were keeping up with that, where they came back in like the 90th minute. They were down like 3-1 to Man City. And they came back and scored 2 goals in the like 89th and 90th minute. Like so much luck is involved in it. You know, so like to 3-peat, it's crazy stuff. You know, so like Mbappe has to get those the Ballon d'Ors. Messi has 7, 8. No, he has 8. Messi has 8. So he has to get at least 5. He has to at least tie Ronaldo. But do I think Mbappe can do it? Because I don't even know. Looking at this year, I don't even know who's gonna be the Ballon d'Or winner. Because Messi and Ronaldo are gone. Like it's actually gonna be the first year in like 15, 16 years where nobody knows who's gonna win the Ballon d'Or. It's actually like. Haaland could win it, De Bruyne could win it, Bellingham could win it. Bellingham's been doing pretty nice. I don't think Mbappe is gonna win it this year just because of the way the teams are moving. We'll see. Like if they win the Champions League, I mean they beat Real Sociedad 2-0. They got a relatively Real Sociedad's alright, relatively easy opponent for that first leg. I mean for this round of 16. So we'll see how they do in the tournament. But yeah, I don't know. Mbappe's he's the best though. He's the best. Like if we're looking at who's the best in European football right now, he's the best. You know, like most complete players. He has the speed, the skills, the goal scoring. It's just the team he's on still. You know, it's like PSG is the Dallas Cowboys of the like how they make it to the finals and whatever. Like in the Champions League, the one thing that they've never gotten in their whole franchise history, like as much money, like PSG, they've spent so much money. Like back in the day, they got Ibrahimovic, they got Ronaldinho. Like they spent so much money. They even got Beckham one time, but he was at the later end of his career. But they spent so much money trying to get that Champions League, and they don't do it because of the, I don't know, it's just the culture over there. So I feel like that's the one team, like the Dallas Cowboys, it's the culture. So
So you said you grew up playing soccer, no?
Yeah, I grew up, because I grew up in Pamplona.
Okay.
And stuff. So yeah, like, just being down there, like being able to, that's all they do. That's all they do still. Like, you know, like even like we're looking at like AU teams down here, like that's why it's easier for like European kids to make it into soccer because like they don't have like they have like the academies. Like so if you like live in Pamplona, so it'd be like athletic club. That was the academy that like would be recruiting me. Like if I was good enough, you know, like I left at a very young age, so like you know who knows, but like like that would, you know, I would go into their ranks and they take you just because like got a little bit of skill, got a little bit of speed. Let's see if we can develop you into a player. You know, because at the end of the day, if you could become something, you know, like
they want to take you early,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, take you early, have you on their team, right? Because at the end of the day, like in football, in European football, it's all about like having for the smaller clubs as well, having those gems come up through your system where you're able to sell them. You know, like that's the thing that Brighton in the Prem they've done well, where they had like a few years ago or last year they had like a lot of transfers, and they had like Casado, they got him for like 10-15 mil, sold them for like $150 million. You know, like trying like return on investment. That's the type of thing that you're trying to do as a club mostly. And if you're not like, because there's only not so many big clubs where they're getting, you know, this type of revenue, right? So
no, for sure. I feel like that's something we're really lacking in North America, like just the opportunity for soccer, for real.
Yeah, no, that's true. I feel like, because my brother talks about it a lot, like if you give like Americans, North Americans the opportunity, because we got the speed, we got this, like we have the attributes, like when we talk about like, okay, the best soccer player for like Mbappe, they're not as tall though. That's the one thing. Like they're average size. Like Mbappe is like 5'9", you know, 6. I don't even think he's 6 foot tall. Like you know, like he's a small guy. Messi's very small guy. Ronaldo's 6'2". Ronaldo got some size on him, but like even then he's one of the taller players, right? And it's like, but if you give Americans a chance, you don't think, I feel like, but that's the thing though, like like I don't know if they just don't take it seriously enough.
Like, even the ones that do take it seriously, like I said, being around a prep like school kind of system, there's kids who are going to prep schools for soccer, right? Instead of basketball like me. Bro, some of these kids were like, like I feel like I'm the best in my school, I feel like I'm the best at school. They would have like clubs come out for Europe, like kind of like scouts, right? And the scouts would look at the coach and be like, yo, these guys are not up to our standards, you know?
No, because just on like even the training aspect, like they do so much. Like we're looking at like, bro, like we take football and basketball so seriously here, where it's like, bro, the training, they can't match us the same way we train, like, because we do so much more. We do, like, but it's the same they could say for soccer, because they do so much more.
Exactly.
Like the physical of it all, like, bro, you put a lot of these. Like you see Team USA, right? You see Team Canada. Like they're doing much better now, but like, brother, like even they're much better. It's not even. It's still not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still like they're still looking at like little pups compared to the big dogs in Europe, where they're actually like like it's just too many like like you could see it still. You can see it just the way they like train the guys. You know, like not training them on the fundamentals as much. You know, like you see like a basketball player or football player, bro, you're getting drilled on the fundamentals, and then you get on the, you know, the flair and all of this and all of that. You know, but the fundamentals just, it's different down here still. It's 100%. Different down here too.
I feel like it's definitely training, like you said though, because even a couple years ago, 5 years ago, like basketball, even the top basketball recruits in Canada, they're still going to Canadian universities. Like, there's numerous kids these days, like playing basketball in Canada, D1 offers. You know, they're on the come up for sure.
Yeah, no, that's true. It also goes to an understanding of the sport as well, right? In the country, right? Because we're looking at he's talking about Canada with basketball. After that Raptors 2019 win, and then it had much more boom of, okay, people want to understand the sport more and actually come like, this is how I'm gonna teach them to be better. And then you see it much better, even before 2019, honestly, because like looking at the DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry years, I feel like those were so influential. Like even like RJ Barrett, Shea Gilgeous, like those type of guys were. Because if I grew up inspired by, you know, DeMar and Kyle and the bench mob, all these, you know, how many more other people grew up inspired by that too?
Exactly.
You know? And I feel like just the wanting for understanding. That's true still, because Canadian basketball is on the rise. Like even like one of the top programs in like in the world, like Canada basketball, looking at the next World Cup right there, or next Olympics, I guess that's their World Cup, right? They're a strong contender for that, being able to make it into that FIBA, whatever that was, the finals or whatever.
Exactly.
You know, like it's true. Yeah, once we grew for that understanding of the sport, it was so much like the pieces just started falling in together as well. Because we got the players, we got the people here, you know, got so many, like Canada's a country that so many people from around the world come into, where, you know, got soccer players, got football players, got basketball players, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of Canadian hoops, that Brock versus Queens loss was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, no, that's I try not to think about it, man, because it's tough though, because they were 10th seed, being able to make it to the finals. That's, you know, it's a crazy achievement on itself
for sure.
Yeah, even to lose by 3 points, lose on the last bucket, to be honest, is commendable still.
100%.
You know, even if they feel like, you know, there could have been more shots being made at that last stretch, especially after Jordan got, you know, fouled out.
Yeah.
Even before that though, because the start of the fourth and the start of the third, the way Queens was moving, like
they were on a mission for sure.
You know, coming back as soon as it came off the halftime, but they scored like three straight
buckets or something.
You know, and it was like
tough shots too.
Yeah, some tough ones. You know, and it's Queens was number 1 in the overweight.
Yeah.
So it's like at least they made nationals, you know, and to go out like this it's great still. It's great to go out in the finals. It was tough though, bro, because mans were watching, and like I was watching with Carter and Isaiah, and we were just there for like 5 minutes looking at the screen, like wow, that did just happen. Like we felt it coming too, because
you always feel it.
Like you felt it coming. Bro,
as soon as he threw that bit, like he got it off his hand, I was like, oh my god, that's a bucket.
Like it's a bucket still. I just felt it, and it banged in, like it's like, man. And I even feel like the guy that made it, I think I don't know if it was Luke Silas, maybe it was his brother. I know they're brothers. I don't know if it was Luke Silas though that made it, or Cole Silas. I don't know which one of them made it, but I feel like he was a senior as well. Like I think that I might be wrong, but I think it was his senior season too. So to go out like that,
that's pretty crazy.
Crazy. Everybody just storming the court. You're a guy.
You're that guy for sure.
That was their first OUA title since 1954.
Oh, say word.
Yeah, for the basketball team. 1954.
Yeah, they did their thing this year. I'm not gonna
And that's the team that, like, I think last year they made it to the final against Carleton. Felt like came up short. You know, so they've been coming up short these, not last few years, like we're talking almost 80 years or something. Like I don't even know the time frame. Build it in, but that's a long time.
It's a long time for sure.
1954 is a long time ago. You know, and it felt like it was destiny for them. Another movie, fam. Like,
another movie for sure.
Looking at it like it's a movie still. Could actually put it on and like it was crazy though. It was crazy though.
For sure, yeah.
You know, but it was a nice way to go out. You know, nice way to go out with the day too. What you feeling like? This was a nice talk, bro. I
Yeah,
enjoyed talking
sure,
to you
yeah.
today. Still, enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, it was a
Man.
nice little conversation.
Yeah, you gonna hop back on the pod?
100%, yo.
Yeah.
Whenever you need me, I'm here. You know?
Yeah, now they're gonna want you back on. I feel like this was a good conversation. You know, talk some hoops. You know, watch some more. I mean, I'm not even. I have a hard time encouraging guys to watch F1 nowadays because I don't even want to watch it.
Yeah.
So you know, wait till for Mercedes or wait till
Wait till-
Hamilton
yeah.
gets a Ferrari and that, you know, and maybe we see some changes.
Okay,
or,
for sure.
You know, or wait till we see a good race. To be honest, where the guy's not winning by 25 seconds. He won by 25 seconds, bro.
That's insane.
Insane, bro. And I don't know stuff, but yeah.
I'll take a look into it though, for sure.
Yeah, now watch some soccer.
Yeah.
Some Champions League. It's heating up. You know, we're gonna get the final. That's always at the 1st of May, the first weekend of May.
Okay.
So yeah, just Champions League. This is what's heating up. Mbappe's playing today. Yeah, to all the followers and listeners, we're gonna be back tomorrow talking about all of that, talking about the NBA as well. And getting into discussions about whatever is happening into the sports world. And
I'll tune in.
tune in, be with us, and got anything to say before we head out?
Nah, really, I just appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, I appreciate you for coming on, and hope to have you back on the next time.
For sure, yeah.
And it's been the GameTime Gazette. It's been your host Isaiah Nenny with Kai, and have a great day, man.
Y'all have a good one. That's proper stuff.
Let's say. I felt like I was going on for a long time, so I wanted to get you out of this stuff. But yeah, 40 minutes, man.
40 minutes.